As one of the most popular players in the NFL currently, Patrick Mahomes is definitely a rising star. And if you're his fan, you probably already know a lot about him.
It's not about that scoreboard out there. It's not about winning.
But there's always more to know about the young Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, so allow us to list down 10 things you didn't know about Patrick Mahomes. Number 10, he is engaged to his childhood sweetheart. Now, if you are a die-hard Mahomes fan, you probably already know quite a lot about his love life. But if you don't, I have some news for you. Like everything else he does, Mahomes excels at his love life too. His fiancée, Brittany Matthews, is also his childhood sweetheart. Mahomes fell in love with her during college when he used to play college football and baseball at Texas Tech University. He also studied kinesiology at the University of Texas at Tyler as he worked on his sports career. And as soon as the couple met, they fell in love instantly. They even endured the struggles of a long-term and long-distance relationship that kept the two separated, as Matthews played soccer professionally in Iceland. But thankfully, she returned to Kansas City recently, after which Mahomes proposed to her in September of 2020 after receiving his Super Bowl ring. Number 9, he is part owner of the Kansas City Royals. After signing his historic contract extension, Mahomes put some of his hard-earned cash to use in the year 2020, and he did something no one was really expecting him to do. Mahomes purchased a stake in the Kansas City Royals and is now part owner. After he did this, he mentioned in various interviews about how excited he was to be a stakeholder in the team, and even thought of it as a way to strengthen its roots in the city. This is also because Mahomes has a deep love for Kansas City, so this purchase made him feel happier and more connected to the city. Number 8, he is obsessed with ketchup. Now this might seem a little strange, but something that you might not know about Mahomes is that he loves ketchup. That's right, and since he loves it so much, Mahomes likes to have ketchup with almost everything that he eats. Though I'm sure he doesn't have it with his desserts, but in a funny statement, Mahomes once mentioned that he loved ketchup more than any other condiment, and there was no way Andy Reid could ever love ketchup more than he does. But even though he loves the condiment so much, it must be hard for him to try and eat it with everything. In any case, it does seem like he is quite invested in ketchup. Number 7, he owns more than 180 pairs of shoes. Did you know that your favorite NFL star was also a huge sneakerhead? That's right, like a lot of other star players, Mahomes is also obsessed with sneakers. Now you might not believe this, but he loves them so much that he actually owns more than 180 pairs of them. The player had an enormous custom closet built for his shoes and keeps all his 180 pairs of expensive shoes there. And he even has some really special limited edition ones. It is possible that he cashed in those endorsement deals early, or he must be saving a lot of money since his college days, because it is really hard to create a collection of expensive shoes that size. Number 6, he's a true family man. A thing that people usually love about Mahomes is that he is a humble, kind, and relatable guy. Now you might not know of this, but he is also the perfect family man. He has 2 siblings, which include his brother Jackson and his baby sister Mia. His brother is quite famous on TikTok and has managed to create a huge fan base for himself on the app. So Mahomes might not be the only celebrity sibling for too long. Both of his siblings are younger than him, so fans don't hear that much about them. Number 5, he was a backup to Davis Webb at Texas Tech. Do you remember 3rd round pick Davis Webb from California? Did you know that Mahomes is actually pretty closely linked to him? In fact, he was actually the backup for him when he first came into college football. But Mahomes was so good at his starting quarterback position, it forced Webb to transfer out of the college so that he could attempt a professional football career. Now you might not believe this, but the tables have really turned as far as Webb and Mahomes are concerned. Webb now serves as a backup, and Mahomes is quite literally touching the heights of success as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. But this was only possible because of all of his hard work and the patience that he put into learning his skill. Number 4, he was selected in the MLB draft. Did you know that before Mahomes was an NFL star, he was actually selected in the MLB draft? That's right, Mahomes is clearly a man of many talents, and before he was selected 10th overall by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2017 NFL draft, the Detroit Tigers selected the multi-sport athlete in the 37th round of the MLB draft. And according to the MLB, Texas boy Mahomes was actually a great pitcher. You might not be aware of this, but in just high school, he managed to make his own goals about what he liked and the things he wanted to do in life. But during that match, Mahomes threw a no-hitter and struck 16 batters out. And even though he had the potential to become an MLB star, his loyalties were with football. So this is why he chose the NFL over the MLB and made his career with the organizations. Number 3, his father named him Showtime. I think it's safe to say that being an amazing athlete is pretty standard for the Mahomes men. Mahomes' father, just like him, enjoyed sports tremendously and was a part of the MLB. He inspired his own son and helped him follow his own dreams so that he would excel at everything he did. It's pretty clear that Mahomes' dad was very proud of his son, and rightfully so. Mahomes is the reigning Super Bowl MVP and also has used his incredible potential to win back-to-back championships since Tom Brady did in 2003 and 2004. And even though he hasn't beat Tom Brady yet, who knows what this boy can achieve with the potential that he has. Since he showed amazing potential when he was younger as well, his dad named him Showtime because he was such an excellent performer. Looks like his son's nickname is pretty accurate. Number 2, he was once robbed at gunpoint. Even though Mahomes is excelling in the NFL arena now, he actually had a pretty rough start to his NFL career. You might not be aware of this, but Mahomes actually went through a pretty traumatic experience when he was still relatively new to the game. This happened before the start of the 2017 season. Mahomes attended a baseball game in Texas with his girlfriend. A couple of his friends had also joined them, and after the game, Mahomes went to drop his girlfriend to her house and was mugged right after he dropped her off. The scary part is probably that the robbers were armed with guns and could have seriously hurt Mahomes when they were trying to rob him. But thankfully, Mahomes wasn't hurt and the situation did not escalate or become violent. This was mostly because the NFL star kept a cool head and cooperated with the robbers. They stole his valuables, which included his wallet, and left him soon enough. Mahomes later filed a complaint with the cops and a suspect was arrested for the crime. The suspect was also sentenced to 12 years in jail for the crime that he had committed. Number 1, he loves MLB player Alex Rodriguez. Patrick Mahomes has been wowing NFL audiences since the very beginning of his NFL career. In fact, he is considered by many as one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. You might not be aware of this, but Mahomes led his team to the AFC Championship game in his first season as a starter, and also ended up winning the Super Bowl in his second season. During all this time, Mahomes has always harbored a secret love and affection for famous MLB player Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez is quite the star and has played 3 seasons with the Texas Rangers. Now, this might shock you a little, but during the 2001 season, he was teammates with Mahomes' father, Pat. And even though Mahomes was a young toddler at the time, he loved hanging out with his dad at the baseball diamond and grew a deep love and respect for Rodriguez. His love for the star is so strong that he wore the shortstop's number 13 on all of his jerseys, and even dressed up as his idol on Halloween using a pair of his batting gloves, his bat, and his sunglasses so that he would look more like Rodriguez. So what do you think? Did any of these facts shock you, or do you know about all of them? And do you think that Patrick Mahomes has a bright NFL future ahead of him? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.